replay in your mind about how things could go wrong? How about we try to replay in our minds how things can go right? Replay in your mind how this business that I want to start will work out. It will work in my favor. I will have favor. It will be blessed. I will have the clients that I need. I will have the customers that I need. I will have the proper products in place. I will have the proper systems in place. Everything will work out in my favor. Everything will work out in my favor. And then the kicker is everything will work out in my favor, even if it doesn't work out. Blessings, blessings, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of the Will the World podcast. I am your host, Jason Darrell Williams, and this is episode 7, right? Um, I remember I remember Blake when we started Blake's podcast. He was like most people in most podcasts, they don't get past episode 6, I believe it is. So we're gonna give, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give it up for ourselves. We're in episode 7. It's been amazing. I appreciate everybody's feedback. You know, everybody has been extremely supportive and rocking with what we're doing here. So you know, that makes me feel good. It's humbling in the best way. And you know, we're gonna keep pushing. Today, I want to talk about I'll say this episode is dedicated to those who want to do a career pivot. They want to do something completely different, something that they may not have any experience in, something that is completely left of the life that they've created for themselves. And what I mean is their identity, not only self identity, but the identity that people have associated with them, you know, third party identity. So, where, like, for example, let's say, oh, we know Jazz for doing music, you know, and then all of a sudden Jazz is doing film, right? Complete pivot. Or they may know me from basketball, and now all of a sudden he's rapping. Like, what? um or if, like, let's say you are a doctor, right? And you wake up one day and you're like, you know, I want to act. I want to be an actor or an actress, or I want to be a singer, or I want to be a filmmaker, right? I've been a teacher for 10 years, but now I want to star on Broadway, like whatever the case may be, right? This episode is dedicated to you. And even diving in a little deeper than that is dedicated to the ones who may be at that crossroad in their life, and they want to take that leap, or even take that baby step in that new direction, but they're faced with fear, you know, of fear of failure, fear of just the change of switching up this life that you've built and created for yourself, and now going in a completely different direction. You know, the fear of it not working out, you know, the fear of giving up that stability that you may have, you know, especially if you have been in a specific career, or even if you've gotten your degree or degrees in a specific space, tongue twister, in a specific space, and now all of a sudden you're like, I don't want to do that. Like, I passed the bar, but nah, I want to do something else. This is for you, because I've done that actually a bunch of times, like more than once. I've definitely been in your shoes. Um, I though have never been afraid to take that leap. And I think that's the difference. The people who aren't afraid, or even those who are afraid and do it scared, those are the ones that really help to change the world and live happier lives, because they have seen what is on the other side of going for what they actually want to do. And Right now, I'm going to tell you how you can do it, how you can be that person. If you're on the other side of the camera right now and you have something that you want to do that's completely foreign to what you know, as well as what everybody else knows you to be and for you to do, um, I'm gonna break it down for you right now. It's really, really easy, really simple. Um, how you become that person is by just doing it, by just going for what you want to go for unapologetically. Um, just becoming fearless in the idea that this is what you want to do. So this is what you're going to do, no matter what comes with it. Because I'll tell you from personal experience, I am, what would you say? I am more afraid of regret than actually failing. I am more afraid of the haunting thoughts of what would have happened if I did. So I would rather do and see how it turns out and go from there, because at least I know now. At least I have the information that I could move forward with, because even if, like, let's say, because and I'm going to speak to this because most people look at things from this perspective. And the perspective is, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? Like, this thing that I've been doing, this life that I have been living, this is proven to work. I have been doing this. I have been successful in this. This is what I know. What if this foreign thing that I want to start, that I want to pursue, what if it bombs? What if I am terrible in it? What if blah 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 blah, negative, negative, negative? The beauty of it is that even if it doesn't work, at least you know that it didn't work. But even better than that, now you have the information to even figure out, or help you figure out, how to make it work, or where you went wrong, or it, whatever the case may be. Like, it's all information. And when you're getting information, you can't lose. It's always a win-win. It's never a loss, it's never a failure, because now you're actually one step closer, two steps closer to being where you want to be, because now you know what doesn't work. You can X that off the list. It's like, for every no, you're actually getting closer to a yes. It's like that idea. So you can apply it in this situation as well, and just go for it. Just do it. That's like, not only will you feel good about doing it and being in it and be happy with your decision and proud and how empowering that is to actually do, but what it will do is it will change your life and change your perspective for the future. So now you know how it feels to make that decision and just go for it. And you'll be able to apply that in every arena of your life. Because a lot of times we're just holding ourselves back from the life that we want to live. So that'll help you get one step closer to realizing your dream or your dream life, right? Um, and going back to, you know, wanting to pursue something that you may not have any experience in, um, I want you to feel good in knowing this fact. Most innovators and disruptors in fields come from people who had no training in that arena. They had no formal training in the career that they have decided to pursue. And not only decided to pursue, but became legendary in. Like, think about it. I'll even go, like, on a global level. Elon Musk. I think it's safe to say that he changed the game forever in the EV industry. That's not that was not his expertise. He didn't go to school to learn how to build electric vehicles. But here he is leading the charge and has been that way for what, maybe a decade or so now. And he continues to lead the charge, and he single-handedly has shifted the industry. He has been the biggest disruptor in the car industry and our generation. And he's not a a car maker at all. So think about that. And and even with space, like he's not a rocket scientist, but he's one of the leaders with SpaceX and space exploration. Like think about that. And you know, even in the film industry, some of my favorite directors and filmmakers have no formal education within making films. They did not go to film school. So I find like inspiration and solace in that and knowing that I'm in good company. Like I didn't go to film school, but I make films. And not even just based on my own estimation, which I think I'm amazing, but and I'm constantly getting better. But I think that I have a natural gift and genius within that arena. Um, but I look at like the Quentin Tarantinos of the world, didn't go to film school. I look at Christopher Nolan, one of my favorites. I look at Guy Ritchie, one of like Steven Spielberg. Like these are four names who are legends, who are game changers, who have some of the biggest box office films and even award-winning films that has shifted and shaped culture and filmmaking as we know it. No film school, no formal training, but they are the disruptors. Because I like to look at it as when you don't have that formal education, you just come in like a trailblazer and you're just like, this is what I like, so this is what I'm gonna do. Because you don't know any better. There's like a naivety there that works in your favor. It's like the fearless child who doesn't know that could hurt them if they do this way, if they jump off that, or blah blah blah. But it's that fearlessness that they have, and then once the world gets its hand of the child's ambition, imagination, and things of that nature, it could become limited because of what is being projected upon this child and this child's essence and existence. So it's the same with the idea of getting a formal education in whatever industry or whatever arena you're looking to pursue. It's the same thing because there are a lot of do's and don'ts and rules and laws and things of that nature that will be, you will be taught, and sometimes it can get in the way. I feel like it's it's good to know a broad range of the rules so you can break them, but I don't think you need to go to school for that. I think the best teacher in life in all facets is experience. Actually going through it is the best teacher in order to get to it. You know what I mean? Versus reading in a book and this and that. Like it serves its purpose, but it's not necessary for you to be successful in whatever you're trying to do. Um, and there's power in that. There's a uniqueness in that. There is an element of that that really puts you in a position to be new, fresh, think of things outside of the box. And it's not your box, it's the world's box. The world's box that they have that you're naturally thinking outside of because you don't know any better. And here you are changing the game. So think about that when you are maybe you're on the fence now about something, because you feel like you're completely green and it won't be successful. Like, no, that might be your greatest strength, you not knowing. Maybe the reason why you exceed all expectations, including your own, you know. And I just champion it. Whatever, like I said, regardless if it works or not, it worked. It worked because you did it. You can say you did it. It's empowering, and you can apply that fearlessness in every facet of your life moving forward, because the life of your dreams is on the other side of the indecisiveness, on the other side of the fear, on the other side of you double dutching on whether or not you're gonna go all out and follow what your heart is telling you, based on an imaginary situation that you've made up in your mind and that you replay in your mind about how things could go wrong. How about we try to replay in our minds how things can go right? Replay in your mind how this business that I want to start will work out. It will work in my favor. I will have favor. It will be blessed. I will have the clients that I need. I will have the customers that I need. I will have the proper products in place. I will have the proper systems in place. Everything will work out in my favor. Everything will work out in my favor. And then the kicker is everything will work out in my favor, even if it doesn't work out. That's the mind. That's the trick that you play on your mind. Even if it doesn't work, it worked. Because now I know, regardless, now I know. Now I know more than I did before I did it. So it worked. Now it's just time to pivot. Or, like I said, it may be even better. But the crazy part about it is you won't know until you do it. So, again, I say to you, if you are on the fence, if you have something that you want to pursue that's completely separate, a complete 180 from what you have been doing, a complete 180 from what you have been studying, what you have your degrees and accolades in. If you want to completely pivot left, do it. Please do it. Trust me, your future self will thank you. And on that note, as always, I appreciate y'all for pulling up with your boy. Word of World Podcast. Until next time, peace and love.